Good morning, you guys, and welcome to Cup of Joe with Jordy. I'm your host, the Jordy of that title, and today I am joined with
Ian.
Oh yeah, we are super excited to be here. Hopefully you guys are having a great day out there. We're going to be streaming to you live all day long on all those brand new Pilot TVs, your Pilot Player Connect at pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as Twitch. Our channel names are MegaSota on both.
Yeah, so make sure you guys are checking in on those streams as well as checking out the brand new Pilot TVs that just have been installed in some existing locations like Beer Stoop Red Wing, Beer Stoop Inver Grove, the V by H&H, Trouble's Bar, Spunky's, as well as Springbrook Golf Course.
Absolutely. So if you're at one of those locations, you're watching us on a Shine in Pilot TV, congratulations. And hopefully you guys had a great MegaSota game night last night, and we got an even better Twins Wednesday for you guys. We might be a little biased since we're the host of that show, but it's a lot of fun.
You know, it's a good time.
Yeah, you should definitely be coming out. And crazy enough, we only gave out 2 jackpots, but it'll be all good because we got a lot of cash on the line for you guys today. And a couple of the reasons we need you guys to be sticking around are because those Twins bingo jackpot has still not gone out. It's over $8,000 now, 52 balls or less, in a 25-cent card.
Super exciting in that game. And we have even more exciting 25-cent edition games heading into the Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition that has a minor prize of $84 that you take home in 56 balls or less, and only needs to click over to $100 for it to click up from 56 to 60 balls or less.
Absolutely. And we've got 2 of our jackpots in the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter on these jackpots to watch because we got some great prizes. You absolutely want to be a part of our happy hour show. That minor is starting out the day at $415.50. I can't believe it didn't go out on that last game they played yesterday. 64 balls or less.
Yeah, really exciting stuff, and even more exciting stuff because we have an $18,326 jackpot available on the major prize that is now sitting at what you guys can do, the same ball count that you can take home that Twins bingo jackpot, where the Jackpot Hunter minor jackpot always goes back to, and that's 52 balls or less. Really great money to be able to win.
Absolutely. So a couple of you lucky players out there are going to be taking home some great cash today, and a couple of those players taking home the cash were those 2 jackpot winners we had yesterday, and that first one went out to Jenna over at The Bite, who got to take home $1,768.85.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. We also had DBLD over at American Legion Ashby, taking home $756.
Nicely done to both of our jackpot winners yesterday. Those were the 2 that were over $600, so they got to count towards our rolling total, but we ended up giving out some more cash as well. And those Jackpot Hunter minors, they just weren't able to get over that $600 amount. That first one they gave out during that happy hour show went out to Reddy over at Spalding House, who got to take home $543.
Then we had Bowl, one of our big-time players over at Corner Bar Goodhue, taking home a whopping total of $414.
Ooh, can't wait to see the implications that has on his standings. And we also had Mikey over at Route 47 Pub and Grub, who got to take home $452, ending up all of our jackpots.
Yeah, definitely some great players getting after in that Jackpot Hunter, and I hope that we can see a few more players get that list because we have some really good ones on the line for today.
Oh, yeah.
But we have a new E-Tab game that just got released last week. It's been out for about a week now, and that's Later Gator. Check out the Gator Bait bonus and shoot the biggest gator to win some big prizes.
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun. You'll definitely want to check that out. But we are going to be checking in to Plymouth, Minnesota to see what the weather's looking like today, and you guys should be expecting a nice one. It's going to be sunny, only partly cloudy, a high of 75, winds going 10 to 15 miles per hour, and it's looking like a beautiful summer day.
Yeah, that seems like the perfect kind of day. You know, you got a little bit of shade in the clouds.
Absolutely.
You got the wind blowing, so it cools it off a little bit. A great day to hang out outside, maybe on your bar patio, if that's an option as well. But heading into the night, it should be cooling off a little bit to a low of 52 degrees. It should be clear and partly cloudy. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour, with only a very little chance of rain during today.
Absolutely. It's going to be a beautiful day, and a beautiful day to give out some jackpots. And like we talked about, we have that Twins bingo jackpot that's starting out our bingo day just 10 minutes after we get off air, coming at you from 12 all the way till 1 p.m. You get 10 chances at a 25-cent card game that has over $8,097 before you guys even get enrolled trying to take that home in those 52 balls or less.
Yeah, definitely love that Twins bingo. And all those points that are going towards the twiking zone have caused some shakeups. It was only one shakeup, though, that happened yesterday, as Pooba over at Brian's Bar and Grill was able to move out of 10th place and get into a 9th place tie with Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon. They both have 120,000 points.
Wow, weren't they just tied up not too long ago?
Yeah, I think so. Or they've been flipping back and
Yeah.
forth a lot. I don't know if it's been a tie between them, though.
Well, their rivalry is one to watch. I can't wait to see who's going to come out on top of that. But other than that, we've had some close-knit races, like in 5th or in 8th place, where we have Yo-Yo over
we
at
do
Valley
have one
Inn.
more shakeup that actually happened.
Really?
Yeah, breaking out of a tie in our top 3, actually.
There is. Wow. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Was Nan out there playing yesterday?
Must have been.
Wow, I thought Simbob got the win yesterday during our lunch hour. That is surprising to see. Nan stole it away. Now in second place with 210,000 points, but Simbob is still in that 3rd place spot. Scrub Eye is in 1st place at American Legion Fridley with 285,000 points.
Yeah, some crazy stuff happening there. I'm watching out, though, for that 4th place player, Mikey Wins at Steve O's, trying to get into that 100,000 point club with 197,000 points. Could be doing that today if they're out playing.
Absolutely inching its way towards that 200,000 point club. Will be super exciting to see once he gets some wins. He just needs to get on a hot streak, and he has those every couple days where he gets to take home a number of wins during our lunchtime show. So that is a lot of fun to see. But on the location side of things, it's still looking like Main Street Pub in Kimball is sitting with 166,000. I can't believe it. They're our only location out of that 200,000 point club or higher, and I think soon enough we'll be seeing them get kicked out.
Oh, yeah, it's a close one. I see a lot of locations creeping up behind them. But other things that are happening in these standings as we got some close races. Oh, like a switch up that happened in our 5th and 4th place spots where Steve O's and Crystal has now passed up Corner Bar and Goodhue. Steve O's has 305,000 points getting into that 4th place spot. Corner Bar and Goodhue getting bumped back with 301,000 points.
Crazy. That is super exciting to see. Now we have our entire top 5 in the 300,000 point club or higher. That is awesome.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff to see. But we do have some locations that are creeping into different clubs.
That's
as American Legion Cleveland super close to getting into the 500,000 point club with 493,000 points. We'll see if they can do so to catch up to that number 2 location, Corky's Bar Southaven, with 519,000 points. But our number 1 location just got into a new club.
Absolutely. VFW Spring Lake Park is sitting with 905,000 points. That is incredible to see, and I can't wait to see just how far they'll go.
Yeah, see if they can get to the 1 million point club. I mean, we are coming close to, we are in the last month of this season, and so we got to start getting a lot of wins for VFW Spring Lake Park if we want to have the first location to ever get into the 1 million point club in the twiking zone.
Absolutely. But if you guys want to check out some of our E-Tab games, we're highlighting Home on the Range today. It's an awesome E-Tab game that's tried and true to the heritage of Minnesota. You guys will absolutely love it. It's a lot of fun and a great way to earn some cash.
Yeah, I love that game. I also love the 50 different Charitable E-Tab games that we have. They're a blast to play. You can play them anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5. There's also some bonus and free play rounds in those games as well.
Absolutely. I'd love to check those out. But if you just want to stick around to our regularly scheduled bingo, we got a lot of cash on the line for you guys today. We highlighted some of those big ones, and one of them was in the 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Hunter. That's going to be going from 1 all the way till 4 p.m. after we finish up that Twins bingo. And you guys are starting out the day with that minor at $84.48. 56 balls or less. Only needs about 16 more dollars to click up to 60 balls or less. Going to be a lot of fun. We also have that major at $1,000, $1,009 at 48 balls or less. Not to mention that mega clicked up in ball count over this weekend. So it's sitting at 45 balls or less at $25,000.
Yeah, and I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it clicks up again some point today. And I think if it does click up again, we'll start growing in money amount on that mega jackpot, which would be even more exciting.
Absolutely.
But we're going to have a blast during our happy hour bingo, which is from 4 all the way till 6 o'clock, starting it off right at 4 o'clock. You got $17,904 on the line and a little bit of lucky 4 bingo action. And even after that, you get some more great action as the Jackpot Hunter $1 edition runs from 4 all the way till 6 o'clock. You do get one more shot at Lucky 4 Bingo right at 6 o'clock in case you didn't win it at 4 o'clock. But in those 23 games in between of Jackpot Hunter, you got a mega prize of $100,000 that you take home in 45 balls or less. A major prize of $18,326 you can take home in 52 balls or less. 52 balls or less. You don't want to miss out on this one. And the minor prize is primed and ready to go out, and maybe the first game that we play of Jackpot Hunter, because it's at $415. You can take it home in 64 balls or less.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great one. That miner's probably going to be going out on that very first game alone, so be primed and ready right at 4 p.m. for that. But while you guys are taking home those cash prizes, you're also taking home those points towards the Jackpot Hunter standings. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've had some tight-knit races we're looking out for, and we even had that tie still being formed between 2A Girl over at Jimmy G's Bar and Kimmy over at Niswa Legion. They're both still in 6th place with 63,000. Not far ahead, though. They had Kev right on their tail with 61,000, but we've been not seeing him out there playing, so it's going to be a big shot if he's going to come back and steal those points away.
Yeah, we'll see if that can happen. Definitely some crazy stuff. What else do we want to talk about in the Jackpot Hunter standings?
We got the crazy kid who's in 5th place, only 2,000 ahead of them. So whoever breaks out of that tie between 2A Girl or Kimmy could definitely be jumping right into another tie. So we'll have to keep our eyes out on that. Other than that, as you get to the top of our standings, there gets a little bit more gaps in between those totals.
It definitely does. I mean, Elsa at Titans Sports Saloon still pretty close in that race with 69,000 points. But then once you get into that 3rd place spot with Not Lucky at American Legion Fridley, you start seeing those big gaps, like 83,000 points for Not Lucky, 140,000 for the number 2 player Bull at Corner Bar and Goodhue, and the number 1 player Bobo, also playing at Corner Bar and Goodhue, has a whopping total of 151,000 points.
Yeah, Bull got that jackpot yesterday, so he was able to close that gap just a little bit behind Bobo. I know he's going to be coming in hot, but it's going to take a big push now that it's crunch time if he wants to steal away that 1st place spot.
Definitely will be. But heading over to the location side of these standings, we still have that tie in 10th place.
It is ties galore. We got Boulevard Tavern in West St. Paul tied up with Titan Sports Saloon in Oakdale. Big time locations in 10th place, both with 97,000.
Trying to get into that 100,000 point club. And as soon as you get into that club, you start getting into some close races. As American Legion Fridley has only 100,000 points. Shady's Railside and Rice in 8th place only has 101,000 points. So definitely from 10th all the way to that 8th place, it's really, really close knit between those 4 locations. But then you get into another close knit race in 6th place because it's a 2-way tie in 6th place between the Riverboat Depot and Sartell, and Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 and Hilltop. They both have 112,000 points.
Yeah, it's anyone's game in that tie, but as soon as they break out, it's going to take a big push if they want to move up to that 5th place spot, as Gas Can Bar and Grill sits with 120,000. Same rules go as we get towards the top of these standings. There are bigger gaps going between these locations. Our top 3 sit with Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 217,000 points in 3rd place. 2nd place sits with VFW Spring Lake Park with 270,000 points. And in 1st place, we got Corner Bar and Goodhue with 408,000 points. What record do you think they're going to break this season?
What point total do I think they're going to get up to? Because they broke the record. That's already happened. I'm going to go with they will be able to surpass the 460 point mark.
60? All right. I was thinking like 450s. But which out of these ties do you think are going to be breaking out? Because it's ties galore in these locations.
Yes, there definitely is. I'm going to go with Riverboat Depot and Sartell is breaking out of that 6th place tie with them and the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45. 2 top tier locations there, so I could see either of them breaking out. But I'm going to put my hat on the location that I see year in, year out, season in, season out, Riverboat Depot and Sartell. Then when you go to that 10th place tie that's right there between Boulevard Tavern and Titan Sports Saloon, I got to go with that same logic once again. 2 locations we've seen a bunch during this season, but Titan Sports Saloon I've seen season in and season out earning those points, and I'm going to go with them staying in that 10th place spot.
All right, well, I'll just shake it up just for the sake of shaking it up. I'll go with Boulevard Tavern, as we haven't seen Elsa taking home that many big wins in these Jackpot Hunter playing, and so it's going to be a big push because she's the main player who's at that Titan Sports Saloon. While we don't have a single person in our top 10 playing at Boulevard Tavern, it means they must have a wide variety variety of players since they got into these top 10s.
Yeah, it seems like a group effort over there, and we'll see if they can keep on that group effort and get higher up in these standings, and we'll see what shakeups can happen still in these standings, as there were some shakeups that happened last night in our PGL standings, which should be a lot of fun to go over. But we do have some more bingo to go over. As the end of our happy hour, I think I already mentioned it, Lucky 4 bingo at 6 p.m. That leads you right into a little bit of Skull bingo action that runs usually from 6 all the way till 10, unless we got these specialty night interruptions, which one of them is happening tonight.
Absolutely. And so you guys will be able to play from 6 to 9 and then from 6 to 7 and then from 9 to 10. You'll have an hour before and an hour after, sandwiching that Twins Wednesday. But in those 2 hours that you get to play Skull Bingo, you guys will get a chance at a line prize starting out the day at $622, 10 balls or less. A large frame at $12,411, 43 balls or less. And that coverall prize, $31,000 and $31,315 at 50 balls or less for you guys.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. And I'm super excited for our specialty nights. We just had a specialty night last night, MegaSota game night. It starts at 6:40 every single Tuesday. Tony and Nikki bring all the best PGL game action, as well as some high-low action, I think. They got Jackpot Hunter that you can play one time in that game, which usually has some really good prizes. I think the Musco in that Jackpot Hunter game ended up being over $200 on just last night. So it's a blast to play that, as well as the Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale. Now, this is the $1 edition of that Jackpot Jungle. They can take home $16,281 that you can win in 54 balls or less.
Absolutely, but tonight you're going to get a chance at the 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Jungle. We got $13,000 on the line, 52 balls or less, 25-cent cards. Is going to be awesome. We even have our own high-low game where the biggest loser will get to take home a first-place prize, and a lot of other fun tournament-style games if you're sticking around from 7 o'clock all the way till 9.
Do you have a favorite of those PGL games?
Definitely our high-low game.
Ooh, I got to go with the ones with the extra jackpots, and because we only played this one time and we played the other one 3 times, I'm going to go with the Fishing Derby game. I love Fishing Derby, especially with the smallmouth and largemouth jackpots within it.
Absolutely, but if you plan on coming out tonight or you wanted to last night, you have to sign up at pgl.world to be awarded those PGL points that you earned during those games. You also get access to insider information like a monthly newsletter and a lot of other great information as well.
Yeah, and those players that just got signed up at pgl.world are Shibs 182, J-Rob 987, Cater, Robert OP 03, we got Chad Leonard, Lil Sweetie 20, PRBS, just one away, Ronan, as well as Dr. Pirate.
Well, we'd love to see you guys out there playing on our PGL nights, but it'll take a big push as we've had these players competing all season long trying to get these points, and they are highly competitive.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff. Now, the player standings didn't have a lot of shakeups, quite like the location standings did. They kind of had a bit more craziness happen, but there are a lot of close races that could be, we could see changes in heading into tomorrow, as Sarah Honey at VFW Austin is super close behind that 7th place player Nixon at VFW Roseville, only about 40,000 points separating those two players.
Absolutely, but other than that, everyone else is about 100,000 points away from each other moving up this leaderboard. But as we get to our top 3, we still have solidified these players. Big Dog at Rustic Saloon is in 3rd place with 1,742,000. In that 2 million point club, we have our top 2, and in 2nd place, it's Keith at Billy's Rockford with 2,272,000. While Bam Bam is still holding on to 1st place over at Stewartville Legion Post, separating himself up a little bit, 2,449,000.
Yeah, do you think Keith is still going to be able to get Bam Bam in by the end of this season?
I don't think so.
Only got the end of the month to be able to do so. Yeah. And I know that you were making the hot take that Keith might do it, but you're taking it back.
I think his opportunity is passed.
You thought the last few weeks that where Bam Bam was.
The last 2 weeks were going to be the time if he was going to do it.
And it doesn't. And it looks like Bam Bam is back and better, ready to get some wins in. But let's move on to the location side of these standings, as the number 6 location got bumped back. Former top 3 location coming into this month. I think it was not coming into this month, but coming into last month, they were in the top 3, and that's Neeson's Gaylor. Now bumped back from 6th into 7th. wins with 5,119,000 points, getting bumped back by a big-time location, VFW Northfield, moving from 7th into 6th with 5,146,000 points.
Yeah, they're pretty close right now, so if there is enough play, Neeson Scalar could potentially move back up these standings, but it's not looking like it. Other than that, our top 2 and 3rd spot ended up switching spots. We kind of saw this coming.
Yeah,
Third Rail Bar and
former
Grill.
#1 location.
Yeah, they haven't gotten play at all in the last 3 weeks, and so Third Rail Bar and Grill is back in 3rd place, still in that 6 million point club, but Poppers in Virginia was able to move up to 2nd place, officially in that 7 million point club, with Billy's Rockford still in 1st.
Yeah, but if you guys want to know everything to do with Pilot Games, give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. All the information is right there for you, as well as hopefully you'll see a player spotlight, because we love talking about the great players and the charities that those players support. And so we're highlighting the biggest jackpot winner of the weekend, Lagartha, over at Mana Hilltop Tavern, taking home $3,718. And everybody who plays at Mana Hilltop Tavern is supporting a great charity.
Yeah, while you're playing there, you're supporting the Eden Valley Lions Club, and their mission statement is to empower Lions Clubs, volunteers, and partners to improve health and well-being, strengthen communities, and support those in need through humanitarian services and grants that impact lives globally, as well as encourage peace and international understanding.
Well, me and Jordy will be just back in about 9 minutes from now. So while you're waiting, remember, when you play Pilot Games, your community wins.
See you guys.
at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I got to say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Hey guys, and we are here for a little bit of Twins Bingo action, and we got 50 seconds before we get into this game. 8 minutes and, not 8 minutes, 8 $2,108 available in this game of Twins Bingo. So make sure you guys are getting rolled. Press and play because we're going to be streaming to you guys live on the Pilot TV's Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch.
Absolutely, and we just got some of those brand new Pilot TVs installed at some great locations. So if you're at a location like Beer Stew Red Wing, Beer Stew Denver Grove, the V by HH, Troubles Bar, Spunky's, or even Springbrook Golf Course, you guys are watching us on one of those shiny, unpackaged Pilot TVs.
Definitely some exciting stuff there. But we got some weekly jackpot news that we need to talk about because over the last 7 days we've given out 18 jackpots during the rolling week, 528 jackpots during this season 11, a really good season 11.
Oh, beautiful. And that first one we gave out went out to Jenna over at the Bite, who got to take home $1,768.
Good job, Jenna. Then we also had on the last jackpot that went out on Tuesday, went out to DBLD over at American Legion Ashby, taking home $756.
Hopefully we can give out a jackpot. Now we're in game number 1. We got $9 on that line prize, $9 on that large M, and $8,159 on that jackpot.
Ooh, we got some big-time players 2 balls away like Nan, Double Dog, Hotness, Red, Sinbob, a bunch of big-time players. We'll see who can get the win on this one. Line prize going out to T-Bone over at Poppers in Virginia, taking home $9.
Nicely done. And we ended up giving out a few more jackpots, just the minor ones in the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter yesterday. And so our happy hour show, we got to give out 3 of those prizes. They just weren't over that $600 amount to count towards our rolling total, but that's all right. We had a great number of players like Reddy over at Spalding House who got to take home the great prize of $543.
Then we had Bowl over at Corner Bar and Good. You taking home $414.
Nicely done, a big time player. And that final jackpot we gave out went out to Mikey over at Route 47 Pub and Grub, who got to take home $452.
Definitely some great stuff there. And we're working on that $9 large M. We'll see who can take it home. A lot of big time players right there trying to get this one, like the number 1 player, 2 balls away, Scrub Eye. But we do have a new E-Tab game that just got released. It's called Later Gator. Try out the Gator Bait Bonus and shoot the biggest gator to win some big prizes.
It's going to be a lot of fun. You guys will get to take home some great cash, so definitely check that out. And if you're not sure about it just yet, you can watch a preview of it on our Facebook page. If you're going over there and meandering through all the great information we have on there, you can give us a follow and a like and be able to keep up with all of our weekly bingo schedules, event details, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. If you're new to Pilot Games, that link tree will be your best friend. But before I go over what's on it, we have a winner.
SNS over at Chanticleer Pizza, Coon Rapids, taking home $9 on this one, giving us a 4-ball run-up at this coverall jackpot with Where's Dave, Yags 370, and other big-time players going after it.
Even Double Dog.
Ooh, Double Dog, dare you to win this one right here. And it doesn't work out. $14 on that Musco coverall prize, and we'll see who will take this one home.
Yeah, but you can check out that link tree and have direct links to all of our social medias like Twitter and Instagram, all of our streaming platforms, as well as all the locations around Minnesota for you guys to play Pilot Games.
Oh, yeah, but we play a lot of great Pilot games all the time. But before I get into that, we do have a winner.
Nan over at Corky's Bar in South Haven taking home $14. I'm watching you and Sinbob today. I'm in here for this race.
Yeah, it is a close-knit race between those 2 players. But we have this Twins Bingo. It's going to be running from 12 all the way till 1 o'clock, and it runs from 12 to 1 every single day. After that, we get into some Jackpot 125-cent edition that runs from 1 all the way till 4 o'clock. There's a mega prize of $25,000 that you can take home in 45 balls or less, a major prize of $1,000 you can take home in 48 balls or less, and a $48 minor prize that you can take home in 56 balls or less.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's a great warm-up that'll lead you right into our happy hour show. It's going to be a lot of fun, and right at 4 p.m. you get that first round at Lucky 4 Bingo. You'll have that second opportunity right at 6 p.m., and you'll both have a chance at over $17,904, maybe even closing on 18 grand as you guys get enrolled. It's going to be a lot of fun. You definitely want to be there. And sandwiched right in the middle of those 2 opportunities are the 23 games of the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter. It's a lot of fun. You get to win some great cash and some points towards the Jackpot Hunter standings, and we have some awesome minor and mega prizes on the line. That minor is already starting out the day at 64 balls or less, $415. It's definitely going to be going out in that first or second game alone. We even have that major at 18 grand. and $326, 52 balls or less. Those are the same odds you're playing for right now, as well as that mega has clicked up over that weekend, so it's at 45 balls or less, $100,000.
Definitely some great stuff during that happy hour bingo. But after that final game of Lucky 4 bingo, you get into a little bit of Skull bingo action that runs from 6 to 7, then 9 to 10, and you got a coverall of $31,315, 50 balls or less to win, a large frame of $12,411, 43 balls or less to win, and a line prize of $622 that you can win in 10 balls or less.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great time, and you're going to want to be there because from 7 to 9, sandwiched right in the middle of those two opportunities, is the games that we are going to be playing when Ian and I are back with you live from 7 to 9. It's Twins Wednesday. We have a ton of fun tournament-style games, a lot of big jackpots on the line, and a lot of great PGL points to be awarded. We're going to be ending off our night with that Jackpot Jungle 25-cent card edition game where you guys will get a chance at over $13,000 and taking it home in 52 balls or less.
Definitely some exciting stuff during that Twins Wednesday. But we also have the one that just happened last night.
That's right.
MegaSota game night. Starts at 6:40 every single Tuesday. Tony and Nikki bring all the best PGL action, as well as a Jackpot Jungle $1 edition coverall of $16,281. They weren't able to give it out last night, but you can win it next week in 54 balls or less.
Absolutely. So make sure you're coming out each and every Tuesday and Wednesday for our specialty nights. But you guys have just about 25 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 2, as we're about to jump into some fun national days for you guys.
Oh, yeah, and the first one is a world one. It's Pet Memorial Day, World Pet Memorial Day every year. On the second Tuesday in June, World Pet Memorial Day offers a time for pet owners to remember the furry companions that have passed away. It is also a day to do something kind for those who have recently lost their beloved pet.
Yeah, I know. It definitely affects everyone super hard when they lose their family pet. It's definitely a hard one, so it's a great day to kind of remember them and have a light to kind of celebrate their time.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Some of those good memories live on with you because those pets were so good during the time that you got to enjoy them. Do you have any fun memories with a former pet of yours?
Oh, hundreds.
Yeah, well, tell one.
I don't know. I think
so many to pick from, you can't pick?
Yeah, no. I think the most memorable time is when I just actually get to sit and they just cuddle and lay with you, you know. I feel like those are the most special times that you can really tell when that animal loves you.
Yeah, anything funny though, or any kind of interesting stories?
Oh, I do have a funny one. Before I go over it, we do have a winner.
Puba over at Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub Oak Park Heights taking home $8 on that line prize.
So I used to have a toy Pomeranian, very small, and my grandpa had a toy poodle, Coco and Bella, and they were best friends, all right? Bella was about double the size of Coco, and the Pomeranian was bigger than the poodle. And I remember one time we had brought her over to my grandparents' house for them to hang out. Well, I was staying at my grandparents for the day, whatever it may be. And they were kind of just playing around, jostling, roughhouse, and whatever it may be. And then all of a sudden we look over, and somehow the toy poodle, Coco, had gotten on the back of our Pomeranian, and she was riding around on top of Bella as Bella is sprinting through my grandparents' condo trying to get Coco off of her back. It was hysterical.
That sounds chaotic.
It was. I don't know how she was holding on, but she held on for dear life.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely nuts. I'm trying to think of the past. If I have any funny memories of those, I have the Harvey, which was Mike, the cat that we currently have. His brother, who he was an absolute hoot and a half when it comes to being a cat, but he wasn't really a funny cat in the way of that he did anything really funny.
Yeah.
It was the fact that he just would walk around next to you and hang out all day, or he would roll over on his belly just to get belly pets that cats don't normally do all the time. And so it's those little things that I thought was really funny with him. He didn't necessarily have any kind of crazy funny memories besides the fact that he was extremely obese.
We do have Looster Dave over at Finlayson Municipal Bar taking home $8. We moved past that jackpot. We got $12 on that Musco prize now. Yeah, another funny story is one that is currently going on. It still goes on to this day.
Okay.
And it's my dog Stella. She loves eating bees. Doesn't matter if it's a hornet, wasp, bumblebee, she wants to eat it.
Okay.
And so probably once a month, especially more frequently in summertime and spring, she'll just come back inside and her face will be so puffed up. And she will have gotten stung by some bee that she ate.
Goodness.
And so her little, like, you know how, like, setters have jowls, long lips, whatever, it's just puffed.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. We do have hotness over at Fireside Gateway, taking home that $12 Musco coverall prize in this game number 2 of Twins Bingo. We're about to get enrolled into a game number 3. Ben, if you have any funny stories of a pet at some point doing anything funny, check in, because I can't think of anything at this moment, and so we'll see if he's got anything there, because there's always crazy things that happen in my family with pets and everything like that. Trying to think if there's anything else. A funny story about Rip, my grandpa's dog that passed away. His best friend was actually my dog Ollie's brother that lived with my cousins, and they were best buddies. And a funny story of them was they used to play with each other, and how they would play was one would fall down on the ground, and the other one would sprint around it really quickly, and then the other one would fall over, and the other one would sprint around him. Very funny, and they're just very comical duo, because one's a Yorkie poo, just like a super tiny, smaller than Ollie kind of dog, and the other one is a Chesapeake Bay Retriever, which
like
is
the size of a lab.
Which is a size, it's like 100-pound type dog, and so just the mixture of the two was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, that's hilarious. It sounds like a companionship made in heaven.
Oh my gosh, I love those companionships between
big
the
dog,
animals.
Little dog.
Yeah, because it's like cats. You'll see cats
Huge
and
dog,
dogs.
little
Love
cat,
it.
yeah.
It's really, really cute stuff.
Absolutely. But this next National Day is one a little bit more serious, as you guys have just about a minute to get enrolled in this game number 3, and it is World Brain Tumor Day. Each year on June 8th, Brain Tumor Day raises awareness and educates people about brain tumors. The day also pays tribute to those who have been affected and those who know people who have been affected by brain tumors.
Yeah, definitely a terrible thing to go through, and so anybody who is dealing or has somebody that is dealing with that with this terrible thing that does happen, sending out a little bit of luck and prayers and whatever can help out to you guys on today.
Absolutely, and if you feel like something fishy is going on, the earlier the detection, the better. So definitely be preemptive and medical and stuff like that.
Definitely. We do have another World Day to get into, as it's World Oceans Day. World Oceans Day takes place every 8th of June. It is an annual observation to honor, help protect, and conserve the world's oceans. The ocean provides us with many resources and services, including oxygen, climate regulation, food sources, medicine, and more.
Absolutely. This is definitely a great day, and I feel like as we go on further, we're definitely taking more preventative measures to try and preserve and protect our oceans.
Yeah, definitely. I saw someone say the other day, and he was very passionate about this stand that he was making. Was that there's only one ocean.
Like all bodies of water are connected.
Yeah, because all the oceans is just one big ocean that's been separated into like sections that are called different labels of the ocean, but they're all the ocean. And he was just like, it's all the ocean. If I can swim across and be a part of a different ocean, it's all the ocean. And I was like, I don't know.
I don't think so, because I mean, it's the same thing with land divisions.
Yeah.
You can walk across the border. Doesn't mean you're still in Kentucky or Tennessee. You're in one or the other.
But you're still on land.
Yeah.
But are you? It's
in 2 different geographical locations.
Yeah. But what is the general word for, like, if you're like staying on land? I guess you're staying in water.
On land.
Staying in water.
I'm in water.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's
Yeah.
interesting. He said it, and I was like, I don't know.
That is a hot take, but I disagree with it.
I might be able to get behind it.
I definitely get his logic, but before we go even further, we got Not Dave at VFW Spring Lake Park and Walls at McGillicuddy's, both splitting up that $9 line prize. We got $9 on that large M, $8,251 on that jackpot.
Oh yeah, but if I ask you if you went to the beach and you're going into the water,
I typically say I swam in the ocean.
I swam in the ocean.
I didn't swim in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, and then you go over to the other side and you're swimming on the other ocean, and if you're swimming in that one,
I don't know, because
you're still swimming in the ocean.
I am, but I feel like if I went swimming on the West Coast, I'd be more apt to be like, I went swimming in the Pacific Ocean, just because I've never been swimming in the Pacific Ocean, whereas I've grown up going in the water on the East Coast, and so
I'm not a fan of the
Pacific side.
Yeah, Pacific side.
I love the Atlantic side.
Yeah, I think the Atlantic side. There's a lot less seaweed and stuff like that on the Atlantic side.
Just a lot less pollution.
Yes, we do have a winner on the large M. It's T-Bone over at Poppers in Virginia, taking home $9 on that large M. Now we're working on that coverall that we just clicked over to a $14 Musco coverall.
Absolutely, and we got Hotness, Lucky Tim, and Yo-Yo 2 balls away.
Oh yeah, but we're talking about World Oceans Day, and it's one of the coolest things out of in the whole world.
Yes.
Is the ocean.
Like the coolest thing.
Yeah, and so I think it's so interesting to be able to find out more about the ocean. What I'd love to find out is what's all in the ocean.
Yes.
Being able to.
Oh gosh, it's very intriguing.
It's very, very intriguing. Do you think there ever could be a day where like people live underneath the ocean?
I don't know
Kind
about
of like
that one.
an Atlantis style.
I would love it. I would move. I would go.
You would live in the Atlantis?
Yes. I would 100%, but we got a couple winners taking away that Musco prize.
We got Sinbob and Kirby splitting up that coverall, as well as Hotness. Oh, wait, okay, Juicy Loser, Sinbob, Kirby, Hotness, all splitting that. Juicy Loser at American Legion Fridley, Sinbob at Corky's Bar South Haven, Kirby at American Legion Fridley, and Hotness over at Fireside Gateway.
Absolutely. Nicely done. That was game number 3, guys. We're about to begin rolled into game number 4. That means that jackpot's rolling and growing on over.
I feel like it'd be really dark to live in an Atlantis type
Yeah,
area.
I mean,
there would have to be a lot of just like extra lighting to be about it, because like obviously the sun will get there. Like,
well, it depends. It might not, depending on how deep it gets.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm guessing that if we're living underwater,
it has to be well lit.
We're not in an area that is like so deep in the water that you can't see the sun.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's going to be
I don't think we
generally
could survive.
closer to the surface so that people can go in and out of the water. But I think it would be too dark for me. I wouldn't get enough sunlight. I wouldn't be able to get that. It
wouldn't be that warm.
It would be really cold actually, and so that's kind of it's pulling me away from it.
But it'd be so cool.
Yeah, I kind of live in the cold, dark, full of water material, I guess, all around me, living here in the Midwest, covered by snow 90% of the year, and never seeing the sun 90% of the year. I feel like I would be in a very similar situation moving to Atlantis. It's just a cooler idea.
It's way cooler. But we do have Ben checking in. He's saying we've explored less than 5% of the ocean.
That's ridiculous.
That is insane. I think it is so stinking cool. I want to know more about it really badly.
Yeah. Do you have any sea creatures that you think
Some hot
exist?
takes?
Yeah, some hot takes.
The Megalodon.
Megalodon, it exists? I feel like
it has to. And like a kraken, like a giant squid.
Yeah.
It's got to be out there
Those
somewhere.
two. You're
a megalodon and a kraken.
Yeah. I think if there was any other like species of humanoids that existed in the world, it would be down in like the depths of the
So do you think it'd be
trenches.
like with legs and fins, or do you think it'd be more of like a mermaid siren type?
I think it's closer to humans than we'd think,
Okay.
kind of thing. I think it would be some kind of like evolution of humans that like ended up in a different area and just went into a different strain of evolution, kind of thing.
And
that's
adapted.
And that's the
and
whole.
went more amphibious.
Yeah, you'd have to kind of go with the whole fact that like humans evolved from fish and then to monkeys and everything like that, and these creatures evolved from fish a different way, and ended up living in different circumstances.
That'd be really interesting. interesting to see.
Yeah, and they're like, we've only explored barely any of the land.
Mhm.
And I don't know. It's interesting. I have no idea, but the world's ocean definitely keeps me interested.
Absolutely.
And it's cool to understand what's happening.
So the humanoids are what you think would be like the super cool thing that they found?
Oh,
Or do you think that there's any like
cool.
marine life that could
Oh,
be out there?
I've talked about Kraken megalodons that
Yeah.
I think those exist in
Mhm.
in the ocean somewhere. Just because it's 5% of the ocean has been explored.
Yeah.
Where have they went? They probably have just
Yeah.
went some other places. But it's interesting to hypothesize
scary.
and try and figure out what the world's oceans does all involve.
Entail.
I understand people who are scared of going into the ocean. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I am not scared to go into the ocean, but I get it. I get
Mhm.
why people would be scared to go into the ocean.
I would think I'd probably be a little scared if I was just like on open water and I was like traveling by sea.
And you just like wanted to hop off into the boat and take a little
Yeah.
dive in.
That'd be terrifying.
Yeah, I wouldn't be that scared of it. I don't
There's
know.
so many sharks out in open ocean.
Yeah, but sharks don't attack humans unless they think that
That's
it's
true.
it's something else.
Mhm.
They don't think humans are tasty. They do have Lindy Lou over at American Legion Shakopee taking home $11 on that line prize. Now we're working on $11 large ed. I think there are that some attack out of aggression kind of thing.
Yeah.
But most of them they think it's like a seal
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
other things, and that's why surfers get attacked so much is because
They look like seals from
it's the
underneath.
big body and then you see the swiping motion of the
Yeah.
surfer's hands and it looks like a seal.
Mhm.
So it's interesting. The ocean is definitely one of the more interesting topics of these national days. But we do have some more national days to get into, as it's National Upsy Daisy Day. Each year on June 8th, National Upsy Daisy Day is set aside to encourage you to face the day positively and to get up gloriously, gratefully, and gleefully each morning.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that. I like it instead of like oopsie daisy, upsy daisy. So
Yeah.
whenever you're making those mistakes, you're falling upwards.
Yeah.
I feel that. I need a little bit of that in my life. I've always been one that I've always wanted to be. When I fail, I want to fail the best way possible. I want to be happy while I'm like trying my best, being happy with all the decisions I made and that kind of thing. And so it's a great way to just view everything in the day positively.
Absolutely. But we got Yags 370 at Sidetrack and Red at American Legion Fridley, both splitting up $11 on that large M. We moved past that jackpot. We got $17 on that Busco prize now. And we had Ben checking in. He said it's just the bull shark that they're super aggressive and will take a chunk out of you. They're a little bit smaller than the average shark, though.
We do have a coverall going out to Scrub Eye at American Legion Fridley. And where's Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park, splitting up that coverall of $17.
Well, Dave looks like he's winning a jackpot.
Yeah, so where's Dave? I don't know where Dave is. But good job to everybody getting the wins during that. But we're talking about National Upsy Daisy Day. Do you have any stories of you, maybe not the right things happening, but the positive, you made the most out of the situation?
Not off the top of my head.
Not off the top of your head. I'm sure there is times where
Yeah.
that has happened, but it is a tougher thing to think about.
Oh, I have one. I was camping and we were going tubing down the river that they have there. And me and my cousin were getting in and we were so excited. We had new bathing suits on. We were like, oh yeah, we just had brand new tubes. We were like ready to go. And she took one step in and fell face first and it was just all mud.
Oh,
and
my
so we
goodness.
ended up, she was about to start freaking out and getting upset. And me and my other cousin, we just jumped right in there with her. And we all got into like this huge mud fight before we went tubing when we just like washed off in the river.
Yes.
But it was so funny because you could tell she was just like on the brink of tears. And before we could let her even take a breath, we were like jumping right there
in.
with her. It was so fun.
That is awesome. Whenever I think about like making the best out of a situation, I always think of this one school trip. Well, it wasn't a school trip; it was a volunteer trip that I did during the summer. That was involved with that had a partnership with my school, and so I went to it and through my school. But we went over, and it was to help redo houses, like paint the outsides of houses, sand or whatever it is, try and make houses look better in, I think, the Saginaw area was where I was at. But we were doing that, and it was terrible. It was like one of those things where you couldn't have your phone. You couldn't watch TV. It was all just like stuck in like a little school, terrible food and everything like that. But we made the best out of that situation and had so much fun while doing it. I'm trying to remember some specific situations that we just absolutely cracked up doing. Like there was a moment where they were moving the water, and some of the students dropped the water, and it just spilled everywhere. And one of the teachers, and obviously the kids are gonna have fun making fun of the teachers too, just as kids do. And she's like, "That was all of our drinking water for the entire day," and then everyone just started freaking out and just like, "It was our drinking water. We're gonna die!" And it was just a very funny. I don't remember all that happened with it, but I end up having way more fun memories with it than I ever did with like negative memories. Even though I was so upset for probably 90% of that. It was so funny to just have that all happen.
Absolutely, that seems like a lot of fun. Were you on those school trips that we just heard about when like the bus broke down for?
Yes, I went on those trips as well, but I didn't have any issues with it. I got a clean ride all the way to DC and back. I didn't have to worry too much about it. But it was a good time. I'm trying to think of that. I mean, just that situation is not a fun situation. Being stuck in a bus full of high school kids for like 6 hours. I mean, I don't know. It was longer than that. It was
6 to 12 hours.
It was a long bus ride, and I can't imagine how long it took for my little brother, who got actually stuck on the bus for a few hours just because it broke down. How long they were on that bus with all those students. But I just remember that trip being just so. I was like, can I find a nice place to sleep or anything like that? But I'm also one of those people that I can't sleep in like moving vehicles. I struggle with it. Planes, cars. I just don't fall asleep very well in. I've gotten a lot better with cars lately. Though.
All right, but we do have a winner.
Yeah, it's not Don VFW. Okay, it's not Don over at the Finlayson Municipal Bar, taking home $9.
Nicely done. We got $9 on that large M, $8,352 on that jackpot.
But we have another national day to get into, as it's National Name Your Poison Day.
All right, National Name Your Poison Day on June 8th places a few options before you and challenges you to choose. In this case, the idiom can be a cautionary one, or it could be your bartender's way of asking you what you want to drink.
Yeah, definitely a great one. Pick your poison, kind of.
Yes.
Always a great way to refer to drinks. It's also an idiom that is
any guilty pleasure.
Any guilty pleasure. What is your poison? Dessert, the poison of dessert. I mean, we absolutely have a great sweet tooth. We always love our sweets.
Yes.
What is?
It is a disease.
It is. It's terrible. Always around 9:30, 10 o'clock.
After we get the savory. It's time for something sweet.
We always are craving something sweet, and it's a terrible thing. Usually, I can hold myself back from it, and
and then I give in, and then you're
usually I can make you not give into it either. But sometimes it's just
too much.
It's too much, and you need your sweets.
It's too much
so,
to bear.
What's the poison? What's the dessert? What's the dessert of your choice?
Ice cream.
Ice cream, all the way. Get yourself a little tub of that Ben and Jerry's.
Yes. There's a few different kinds. It depends on the mood, but yes, for sure.
Yeah, definitely some good stuff. I love myself some ice cream. I feel like that's the best sweet out there. We do have a large M going out to Kat over at Holdingford Municipal Liquor Store, taking home $9, as we've already clicked over to a $13 Musco coverall prize.
Yeah, I gotta say, ice cream is what I crave the most, but I think every few months I'm like, I want some cake.
Ooh.
Like a brownie. I want something dense, you know?
We do have Red over at American Legion Fridley taking home $13 on that one. And I get that. I'm never a cake. Like, I crave cake.
No,
but
it's usually brownie.
I'll crave brownie or I'll crave cookies. Those are probably the two I crave
That's
the
when
most.
I want something really chocolatey.
But probably my worst one is candy. I love gummy candy. And I try to keep away from it. Like, I don't buy myself too much bagged candy anymore. Because my issue is not that I love this candy so much is that once you get it in front of me, I'm finishing the whole bag.
Not just one.
Those little bags that you get, like I'll get 3 of them and I'll finish all 3 of them because I mean.
It's like a fruit salad, but for gummy candies.
Exactly. That's what you want to compare it to. Yes.
It is because I've been seeing these videos of these snack packs that people make, and it's really they just take like Swedish fish, they'll take peach rings and dump it all in a bowl, and then they'll go watch their movie. And I'm like, well,
That's disgusting to put them all together. It's so
no, you just grab one from each bag at a time.
Exactly. You don't want the different sugars from the different ones.
Because some are sour and some are sweet.
Yeah,
some don't even have the sugar.
Yeah, you don't want them going all like I don't want my Swedish fish to be covered with Sour Patch Kids.
That's what I always thought about when kids would take those big bags at the candy store and they would just put all the different kinds of candy in their big bag that they were buying. I was like, why would you guys do that?
Yeah, you're ruining the candy. There's a reason they're separated because they're great how they're made. So I'm not about the whole entire fruit salad of gummies. Disgusting. Definitely one of my poisons that I choose a lot.
We have been checking in. Sour Patch Kids are his kryptonite.
Oh, it is. No, I've seen that dude take down like in 3 days, like one of those pound bags.
Well, I got news for you. The Sour Patch Kids are coming out with new flavors. You know how they have the watermelon ones and they had just come out with the strawberry? Now they have peach and grape bags as well.
Yeah, so more Sour Patch Kids to bring you down. But I guess Ben doesn't gain any weight, so he doesn't got to worry. He can eat as much Sour Patch Kids as he wants. It probably actually hurts him because he fills his stomach up with Sour Patch Kids, which doesn't help him with gaining anything. We do have 50 seconds before we get into this next game. Game number 6 of Twins Bingo.
Absolutely.
But yeah, he says it just gets him sick. He'll down like a whole pound bag of Sour Patch Kids. Yeah. I'm the same way with Swedish fish too. And then I'll just be sitting there like, oh my god. and then it's the problem with like you're just on the toilet for the entire next day. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Whenever I have sweets like that, that's how I am though.
Yeah. Hurts your tummy.
Yeah, it hurts the tummy, and then you're just never you're stuck in one room for the rest of the day.
Yeah, and then a month later the cycle repeats itself.
Exactly, because you never learn your lesson with sweets. We do have National Best Friend Day that we're getting into now, as on June 8th, honors our closest and dearest friend on National Best Friend Day. The relationship between best friends is often fierce and can withstand distance, storms, and silence. Whether we've known them all of our lives or they are more recently acquired, best friends make tough times bearable, fun times memorable, and memorable times priceless.
That's pretty fitting. It's my best friend's birthday today.
Yes, it is your best friend's birthday, and so you already wished her happy birthday all on your social medias.
I even thought about posting a picture of you and thanking her for introducing us.
Really? That would have been funny. She was, we were, me and her best friend, we worked together at the water park, and that's actually how we met. Originally.
That's how I met all of our broadcasters, Will, John, and Ian.
Yeah, without her, you wouldn't even be a part of Pilot Games.
I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, line prize going out to
Voivod
over at the parlor, taking home 10. Now we're working on a $10 gem, as Voivod is 3 balls away.
Feels like a villain name.
It does. It definitely
does. He's like a
does.
French villain.
Like the guy that you first meet in The Incredibles.
I was thinking of the French frog from
Flushed Away. Okay. But do you know who I'm talking about?
In The Incredibles?
Yeah, the original from the flashback before they grow up and they have kids and everything like that. He's got the bombs across his chest, and he's dressed up like a mime.
I don't remember him.
Yeah.
I haven't seen The Incredibles in a couple years now.
It's a classic right there. We do have Kirby, Swanee, Voivod, a bunch of other players, all 2 balls away. We'll see if he can go out in this one.
Absolutely, but we do have some Twins news to get into, as they are 32-24. Rizzo hit a 3-run homer in the 7th inning to crack open a close game for the Yankees, who brushed off a rare rough start by Jamison Tolson to beat Minnesota Twins 10-4 on Tuesday after their 7th straight straight victory.
Yeah, the Yankees have been hot. They've been
Yeah.
close to perfect this season. I think
They're number one.
They only have 15 losses on the entire season, and so it's a tough game for us. And so hopefully we can get a few wins on them during the series, even though they've been playing so hot. We do have a winner on that $10 large M, though.
Yeah, Voivod over at the parlor taking home $10 yet again, and you were actually thinking about Bon Voyage.
Yes, Bon Voyage. See, it's Voivod. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Bon Voyage. See, I know why I'm connecting it now. Definitely some great stuff there. But we're working on that $16 must-go coverall prize as Oki and Chukka is just one ball away. We'll see who can take this home.
Yeah, but the Twins are going to be going up against those Yankees yet again tonight at 6:40, so we'll see if we can steal away a win.
But we do have a winner. Chukka over at Maple Liquor Store taking home that $16 must-go coverall prize.
Nicely done, and we're about to begin enrolled in a game number 7.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff here as we're getting enrolled into this game number 7. But you guys can support our Twins by not just playing this Twins Bingo, by playing a little bit of Twins Win, the great E-Tab game that if you pick a lucky batter in the Home Run Derby bonus round, you'll be taking some Grand Slam prizes. But while you're playing these games right here, a little bit of Twins Bingo action, you're earning points towards the Twiking Zone, which has had a few shakeups in it.
Absolutely, so I'm going to hop right into these top 10, and in 10th place, we got Pooba over at Brian's Bar and Grill with $119,000. 9th place sits with Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon with $120,000. 8th place sits with Yo-Yo over at Valley Inn with $130,000. But with $136,000 in 7th place, we have Bobo over at Corner Bar in Goodhue. Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar with $147,000 sits in 6th, while in 5th place we got GTZ over at Sal's Bar and Grill with $169,000. With $197,000 inching his way towards that $200,000 point club. In 4th place we have Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's. Now in 3rd place, getting pushed back from yesterday out of the tie, we have Nan over at Corky's Bar in South Haven with $208,000. We see her out there right now trying to win back those points and get back into 2nd place, but the player who was able to get there. And now in 2nd, it is Sinbob over at Corky's Bar in South Haven with $210,000 points. But no one's really rivaling our top 1 spot because in 1st place we got Scrub Eye at American Legion Fridley sitting with $285,000.
Definitely some great standings right there as we're about to get into the location side of these standings. And in 10th place, we got Main Street Pub in Kimball with $166,000 points. With $224,000 points in 9th place, we got Carboni's Pizza at CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 8th place is VFW Blaine with $244,000 points. With $288,000 points in 7th place, we got Eagles Rochester. In 6th place, we got our place on 3rd in Faribault with $296,000 points. Now we get into the 300,000 point club because with 301,000 points getting bumped back from 4th into 5th, we got Corner Bar and Goodhue. Moving from 5th into 4th, passing up that big time location, we got Steve-O's and Crystal now with 305,000 points. With 493,000 points in 3rd place, we got American Legion Fridley. 2nd place is Corky's Bar South Haven with 519,000 points. And with 905,000 points, just recently got into the 900,000 point club, we have VFW Spring Lake Park in 1st place.
Absolutely. It's really exciting to see, and we're going to see if we can push past his 900,000 point club this month and get to that 1 million point club. It'll be a big accomplishment to do, but I wouldn't count them out just yet. But if you guys want to play some of our E-Tab games while you're done playing a little bit of Twins Bingo, we're listening to a little bit of Home on the Range. It's an awesome heritage tribute to Minnesota, and it's a lot of fun, so you guys should definitely be checking it out.
Yeah, love Home on the Range, but we also like all the 50 different Charitable E-Tab games that you can play anytime to win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5. There's awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games as well.
Absolutely. I love all of our E-Tab games, and I guarantee you will find a different theme that you guys love.
Oh yeah, good old Home on the Range. You know, you're going to the mines, get some gold, big prizes. I always thought it would be cool. Like, I wish I could have lived in the time. I don't wish I could have lived in the time. I wish I could just like time travel for like for a little bit, just like back when you could like go to the river and like shake the river out, and there would just be like gold pieces in it. And I think that would be really cool, like during the gold rush time, and just be able to like spend a day doing that.
That is really cool. And we got a winner already on that line prize. SNS over at Chanticleer Pizza Coon Rapids taking away the $11 line prize. We got $11 on that large M and $8,470 on that jackpot. And there's actually places that you can go, and they sell you like a miscellaneous dirt bag, and you go and you sift it, and whatever you find in it, you get to keep.
See, I like that, but I want the real deal, you know?
I was just trying to find a modern day solution for you.
Yes. No, my solution is I need a time machine to get the real thing that I want.
Okay, I'll leave that up to you.
Because you know the fake bag, that's like buying one of those like kids like sand toys. I feel like that like you pick up like little dinosaur like bones that are in it.
Yeah, but it's for adults. It's for any age.
Yeah, it is for any age.
I would go to one.
But that's how I feel when I use it, instead of like where I'd go in and like it would just be some random river that like, oh, I'm walking up, even though I know from history that it's got tons of gold in it, and then I scoop up some gold.
Yeah.
See, that's what I want. And then I give it to my former family, and then we become huge empire of gold. That's the decision I'm making.
Okay. Change the course of history.
Change the course of history.
Okay.
Exactly. And if I learned anything from any future time travel movie, is change as much as you can. No, we are working on an $11 large M and an $8,470 Musco coverall prizes. We talk about a little bit of music days in history.
Yeah, but before I go over it, we got a winner.
Yeah, Kat as well as Fifi splitting up that $11 Musco. Kat over at Holdingford Municipal Liquor Store, and Fifi over at Chanticleer Pizza Coon Rapids.
Absolutely. We just moved past that jackpot to a $17 Musco prize, but on this day in 1974, Dolly Parton's I Will Always Love You goes to #1 on the country charts. Nearly 2 decades later, Whitney Houston's R&B version tops the top 100 and becomes one of the best-selling singles of all time.
Wow, really, really cool stuff. We do got Burke over at Trax Bar and Grill taking home $17.
Nicely done. That was game number 7. We're about to begin enrolled in a game number 8.
Yeah, but we were talking about Dolly Parton's I Will Always Love You. Great. Dolly Parton just has an iconic voice. And I guess I didn't realize how good of a songwriter Dolly Parton was.
Oh, yeah. She's a very creative person.
Because she's wrote a lot of big-time songs that she didn't even get big for herself.
Yeah, let's take a peek and see what songs that she was the original writer on. Let's see. Yeah, Dolly Parton is just a big name, and I see a lot of people going into her amusement park, Dolly World, and I think that looks like so much fun.
Yeah, let's see. Songs written by Dolly Parton. Okay, we'll see if we got a good list here, and we want to see who it was.
Christmas Without You, performed by Kenny Rogers.
Wow. Okay. You got a lot of ones where she actually made a little bit of a appearance on as well. Fuel to the Flame.
Yeah, that was performed by Skeeter Davis.
That's funny. Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton played I Believe in Santa, written by Dolly Parton. Neil McBride sang I Don't Want You Around Me Anymore. That was written by Bill Owens and Dolly Parton. Let's see, anything else that is popping up?
There's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, I mean, she's wrote a bunch of different songs. Anything that are big names that you notice?
Not necessarily.
Yeah,
I don't really recognize any of the actual singers, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know much of the actual singers. I know more of the hits that Dolly Parton wrote, but she's wrote so many different songs. It's very, very impressive.
An iconic lady.
Definitely a fun this day in history where she goes #1 in the country charts for I Will Always Love You. But in 1985, Tears for Fears writes, Everybody Wants to Rule the World hits #1 in the U.S. for the first of 2 weeks.
That is such a good song.
Yeah, it's a fun one. I feel like it's one of those that makes appearances on movies all the time. You just enjoy the song just listening to it randomly. It's just a great song that fits with a lot of different things.
Oh, yeah, and it's definitely stood the tell of time.
Oh, it really has.
Well, those are some fun on these day in music histories. But as you guys know, we got a Twins Wednesday for you guys tonight. And if you didn't know, we had a MegaSota game night last night for you guys. But the only way that you guys can earn those PGL points that are awarded on our specialty nights is by signing up at pgl.world. Once you sign up, you'll be able to compete against each other for those PGL points, have access to insider information like a monthly newsletter, and even use your brand new logon to download that Player Connect app and sign in there and watch our streams directly, as well as interact with us on there.
Oh, yeah, and those new members that just got signed up at PGL.world, we'd like to check them a little bit of luck. And we got Shibs 182, J Rob 987, we got Cater, Rob Top 03, we got Chad Leonard, Lil Sweetie 20, and PRBS just one away, Ronan, as well as Dr. Pirate.
Absolutely, but we are officially in this game number 8. We got $11 on that line prize and large M and $8,530 on that jackpot.
What do you think of Ronan as a villain in the MCU? He's the first villain in the Guardians of the Galaxy with the hood, and he has the hammer that has the...
Less than memorable.
Yeah, very, very less than memorable. He also makes an appearance in the Marvel. What's the superhero girl? Jet blows up. Yeah, Captain Marvel. He's also in the Captain Marvel movie as well.
Yeah, again, less than memorable.
Yeah. It would be interesting to see if he ever comes back, because I don't know if he ended up dying or not in the MCU.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
You're like, I don't really care.
We also watched like all 30 movies in a span of 4 months, or 3 months even, and so we just packed a lot of Marvel into.
I was about to say it might have been even quicker than that.
Yeah, it might be like a month and a half.
If you're talking about just like while we might have taken a few breaks in between of like week long where we didn't watch any Marvel stuff, but while we were watching, it probably only took us about like a week or so.
It was a lot of Marvel all at once.
We do have Jasper over at Nishiwa Legion taking home $11 on that line prize. Now we're working on $11 large M, as well as that $8,530 Musco coverall, not Musco, jackpot coverall prize.
Absolutely.
But we do have those PGL standings, what people just got signed up to compete for. The player side of those standings have been really competitive lately, as we got some really close races, especially in the back half of these standings.
Definitely, and I'm going to hop right in. And in 10th place, we have Reyes22 over at the Old Town Tavern, who sits with $1,140,000. 9th place, we have OE50 over at Stanchion Bar with $1,174,000. Then with $1,243,000 in 8th place, we got Sarah Honey at VFW Austin. 7th place sits with Nixon at VFW Roseville with $1,284,000. But with $1,378,000 in 6th place, we got Bucks over at Rustic Saloon. But before I get into our top 5, we have some winners.
Yags Crew, good to see you, Yags Crew, over at Eagle St. Cloud, taking home $11 on that large M. Definitely some great stuff. I'd love to hear what the Yags Crew thinks about the Broncos, as I know Mrs. Yags is a big Broncos fan, and they just had a big-time quarterback come over there in Russell Wilson, and I'd like to hear what they think, if they're going to be Super Bowl competitors in this upcoming season.
Yeah, let us know what you think. But I'll get right back into these top 5s. And in 5th place, we got Bryce at the Underground Bar and Grill with $1,519,000. And before I go any further, we got some winners.
We got Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar, Burke over at Trax Bar and Grill, and Kalamazoo over at Tammy's on the Avenue. Good job to all those players getting it done.
I just was wondering where you got tamales from.
Yeah, that's just you know, however I read it.
That's all right.
Tammy's, good job to all those winners.
Right on. That was game number 8. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 9, but I still have those top 4 to go over. And in 4th place, we got Forget UD at VFW Austin, sitting with $1,671,000. But with $1,742,000 in 3rd place, we got Big Dog over at Rustic Saloon. 2nd place sits with Keith over at Billy's Rockford with $2,272,000. But with $2,449,000 in 1st place, we still have Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post.
Let's get quickly into the location side of these things as you guys get enrolled into game number 9. 10th place, we got Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 4,480,000 points. With 4,514,000 points in 9th place, we got Leo Sports Bar in Mazeppa. 8th place is Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato with 4,699,000 points. With 5,119,000 points in 7th place, getting bumped back from 6th, we got Neeson's Gaylord. Moving from 7th into 6th, we got VFW Northfield with 5,146,000 points. With 5,000,000 6,618,000 points. In 5th place, we got American Legion Cleveland. In 4th place, we got Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter with 6,239,000 points, with 6,933,000 points. In 3rd place, getting bumped back from 2nd, we got Third Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake, moving up from 3rd into 2nd. Big time movement for them. Poppers in Virginia, who may be in the 1st place spot by the end of this season with the type of rises they've been making week in and week out, and they have 7,020,000 points. But the number 1 location has been there for 2 weeks now in 7th place, in 1st place with 7,646,000 points. We got Billy's Rockford.
Absolutely. But while our Wild may not be in the playoffs anymore for the NHL League, you can definitely play our awesome E-Tab game, Let's Go Wild, and check out that slap shot bonus round.
Yeah, or even while we're playing a little bit of our Twins Wednesday, the Rangers are going to be taking on the Lightning to see how that series go, and trying to find out who's going to be taking on the Avalanche in the NHL Finals.
Absolutely. Who's your prediction?
Ooh, I'm going to go with the Rangers. I've been saying Rangers all the time, and just because the Lightning, they've won back-to-back years, and I don't want a three-peat. That just it seems boring, regular. And so, keep it Rangers, get the win so that I don't have to see the Lightning all over the place. Plus, I have some people that I'm not huge fans of that are like fans of the Lightning.
Support the Lightning.
And I still have them on like Twitter and stuff like that, and they'll blow up my whole timeline with Twitter, with Lightning Twitter all over the place, and I don't want to see that. And so let's just have the Rangers get another win today, and then I think they need two more to get to win it, as I think it's a 2-1 series right now, Rangers Lightning. But I'm excited to see what happens.
All right, well, we are officially in this game number 9, and we got some prizes on the line. We still have that jackpot ready for you guys to give out. That's over $8,000, and we got $12 on that large M and line prize.
Well, let's talk about the fishing report as we are catching up, and I'm sorry if I butchered the name of this lake. Kabetogama. This is by Explore Minnesota, and this was done on June 2nd. On May 26th, the Star Tribune reported that historic flooding had overtaken the Rainy River basin, and water levels continue to rise. As Wednesday, May 25th, lakes Namakan and Kabetogama were above their peak set in 2014, and were expected to rise 5 to 7 inches over the next week. Rainy River is expected to rise another roughly around 12 inches over the next week, possibly rising into mid-June, if not longer.
That'll be interesting, but we do got Kat over at Holdingford Municipal Liquor Store taking home $12 on that line prize. We got $12 on that large M, $8,535 on that jackpot. We even have Ben going to the game on Saturday, seeing the Lightning.
Oh,
so
really?
He'll be able to give us live updates.
Oh, we'll see what happens. Ben, are you rooting for the Lightning while you're down there? I mean, he's down there right next to Tampa, so I'd assume that he's a Lightning fan right now. But I don't know. I wouldn't like it. It feels bandwagony.
I'm bandwagony for sure.
Yeah, that's what you are.
I'm going for the Lightning.
You're going for the Lightning.
I don't want it to ruin your Twitter page, but I mean, I'm just going with them. They're a safe bet.
Is it just to go against me, or is it because you actually think?
No, I don't know anything about them.
you just wanted to go against me.
Yeah.
We do got T-Bone over at Poppers in Virginia, that big-time location we just talked about rising on the PGL side of things.
Big location right
we
now.
got $12 going out to T-Bone, but we do have quite a bit of a run-up at this $8,000 jackpot. We'll see if we can give it out, and if you do so, we'd love to get a photo of it.
Absolutely, but he is rooting for the...
Yo, he says, I've been a Lightning fan my whole life. Okay, I've never heard you talk about a single NHL team your whole life. This is the first one I've ever heard you say a word about. No, I'm just, it's true, but it's a joke. We do sending... He's just sending in a bunch of pictures of like "Let's Go Bolts" kind of things, and I'm just get out of here.
The Thunder.
Send in a picture of if you win this jackpot that we're working on. It looks like we've given out a Musco prize on that coverall in this game number 9, though.
Absolutely. Walls at McGillicuddy's taking home $19. We're about to be enrolled in our final game of Twins Bingo for you guys today. Hopefully we can give out that jackpot, and if you do so, like you were saying, take that player picture, send it our way, #PilotGames, or you can send them to us on Facebook or over that email, jackpots@PilotGames.
Yeah, and you don't have to just be winning jackpots. Just having fun playing Pilot games is worth sending a photo to us. But let's hop into a little bit of Vikings news. If someone was making a prediction that Andrew Booth Jr. may be a stud quickly in the NFL, and that person was CBS Sports Chris Trapasso, and he believes that second-round pick will end up making a huge impact in the purple and gold. He was even stated Booth was a first-round talent all day. The vaunted injury red flag. Can you help me with that? Precipitated his plummet to the second round. What I kept going back to with Booth during the pre-draft process was this. He has the feet and suddenness of a slot corner and the disruptive length and acrobatic ball skills of a tall outside corner. Learning from Patrick Peterson will do wonders for any rough edges of Booth's game. He is going to be a stud quickly in Minnesota.
Yeah, I think everyone's pretty excited to see what he's going to bring to the table this season. I don't think that's really out of the question for anybody. We're all kind of excited to see that he's going to be a great addition.
Yeah, I think also, like he said, learning from Patrick Peterson will be a huge addition to him becoming that star player that we hope he can.
Absolutely, but in the meantime, if you want to show some support for our Vikings, you can absolutely play our eTab Vikings Victory. It's a lot of fun. It's a tried and true eTab that we all know and love. You can pick a lucky letter in that skull bonus round and win some big prizes.
Oh yeah, but later today you guys are going to be competing for some jackpot honor standings during our happy hour from 4 all the way till 6, and our standings sit like this. In 10th place we got Spazwell over at the Gas Can Bar and Grill. 9th place is Brother Nat over at the Chart House. 8th place is Kev over at the Deer Stand. Two-way tie in 6th place between 2A Girl at Jimmy G's Bar and Kimmy over at Nisawa Legion. 5th place is Crazy Kid over at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45. 4th place is Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon. 3rd place is Not Lucky at American Legion Fridley. 2nd place, Bowl over at Corner Bar in Goodhue. And in 1st place, we got Bobo also at Corner Bar in Goodhue.
Absolutely, but you guys have just about 45 seconds to get enrolled in this last game as I hop into these location standings. And in 10th place, we start off with a tie between Boulevard Tavern in West St. Paul and Titan Sports Saloon in Oakdale. 9th place is American Legion Fridley, while in 8th, we got Shady's Real Side and Rice. Then we jump right into another tie between Riverboat Depot in Sartell and the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 in Hilltop, both in 6th place. 5th place sits with the Gas Can Bar and Grill in Brainerd, while Concordia Lanes in New Ulm sits in 4th. 3rd place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids, while VFW Spring Lake Park sits in 2nd, and then reigning all over the top of them, it is Corner Bar in Goodhue in 1st place.
Yeah, really killing it over there. But we don't have enough time to be able to go through all of our celebrity birthdays today. But we can highlight just a few, maybe 2 of them, each of us. And so I'm going to go with my 2, and that is going to be Jerry Stiller, the American comedian from Seinfeld, and done a lot of other works. And my other one is going to be Maria Menounos, American actress, TV star. She's in Today, Access Hollywood.
She ruins the of any movie theater I go to.
Oh yeah, absolutely terrible.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're
and she's also a part of WWE, and so much more. So I mean, I just knew the name, and so I'm going with that one.
All right, well I'm gonna go with William Dompierre. He was a pirate.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome. Circumnavigated the world 3 times.
Absolutely.
We have Should Work winning a line prize, as well as Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar. $10 going being split up between those 2 players.
Yeah, William Dompierre is my first one. He was born in 1652. And my next one in 1867, it's Frank Lloyd Wright, the American architect, known for being the greatest American architect of all time.
That is really...
He constructed the Guggenheim.
That's awesome. We do have an NBA Finals game happening tonight, Warriors versus Celtics. I'm going for the Warriors on
John and I are going
one.
Celtics.
And we'll see who gets the win in this one. Love seeing that competition happening. Some movies that were released on today in 1984. We got Ghostbusters.
Beautiful.
Also in 1984, we got Gremlins.
Also a beautiful movie.
2007, we got 2 other movies coming out. Surf's Up, as well as Ocean's 13.
Wow.
Then in 2018, we had 2 other movies released, Ocean's 8, as well as Hereditary. I think it's hilarious that on World Oceans Day, we got 2 of the Oceans movies on there.
That's awesome. I'd like to watch the Ocean's 13. I've watched Ocean's 8. It's the female lead one, and it's amazing. I've also really want to see Hereditary. I hear it's an awesome horror film.
Yeah, definitely some interesting stuff. But speaking of interesting things happening, a big thing in NFL on June 8th in 1966, the rival National Football League, NFL, and the American Football League, the AFL, announced that they will merge. And the first Super Bowl between two leagues took place at the end of 1966 season. Through it took until the 1970 season for the leagues to unite their operations and integrate their regular season schedules.
Yeah, but we do have a large M winner.
Yeah, Fifi over at Chanticleer Pizza Coon Rapids taking home that $10 large M. And we have a player spotlight before we move on from these games, and that is Lagartha over at Manana Hilltop Tavern, who took home $3,000 over the weekend, the largest jackpot over the weekend. Before we talk about what charity you support if you're playing at that great location, we do have a winner.
Yeah, Yo-Yo over at Halfley's Bar is taking home $15 on that Musco prize. You guys are about to be enrolled in some 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Hunter, but Lagartha, as well as all the other players at Manana Hilltop Tavern, support the Eden Valley Lions Club, whose mission is to empower the Lions Clubs, volunteers, and partners to improve health and well-being, strengthen communities, and support those in need through humanitarian services, as well as grants and impacts the lives globally, and to encourage peace as well as international understanding.
Definitely some great stuff happening with those Lions, and hopefully you guys can enjoy a little bit of Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition while you're playing. Remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
See you guys. Hey guys, we love starting each and every day with some Twins Bingo from 12 to 1. Hopefully you guys come out each and every day to try your hand at them. We got some great prizes on the line, but you also get to win some points towards the Twiking Zone.
Yeah, that Twiking Zone has been pretty crazy. And in the player standings, in 10th place, we got Pooba over at Brian's Bar and Grill with 115,000 points. Slightly ahead of Pooba with 116,000 points in 9th place, we got Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon. With 126,000 points in 8th place, we got Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar. 7th place is Yo-Yo over at Valley Inn with 128,000 points. With 136,000 points in 6th place, we got Bobo at Corner Bar in Goodhue. 5th place is GTZ over at the Midi with 160,000 points. With 185,000 points in 4th place, we got Mikey Wins over at Steve O's. 3rd place is Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 199,000 points. With 204,000 points in 2nd place, we got Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven. And in first place, we have Scrub Eye at American Legion Fridley with a whopping total of 276,000 points so far in Season 11.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, but I'm going to hop right into these location standings that have been just absolutely killing it this season. And in 10th place, we start off with the Main Street Pub in Kimball with 166,000. But with 223,000 in 9th place, we have Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. In 8th place, now we have VFW Blaine sitting with 230,000. But with 282,000 in 7th place, it's Eagles Rochester in Rochester. Now we have a crazy tie getting formed up in 5th place between our place on 3rd and Faribault and Corner Bar in Goodhue. They both have 287,000 points. But 290,000 points in 4th place, we had Steve-O's in Crystal. 3rd place is American Legion Fridley with 434,000, but with 497,000. In 2nd place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven. But absolutely stealing the show in 1st place, we have VFW Spring Lake Park sitting with a whopping 843,000 points.
Good job to all those locations and players. Make sure you guys are coming out from 12 all the way till 1 to get your own little bit of Twins action while our Twins are fully in this season.
Absolutely.
Hey guys, and we love giving out jackpots, probably our favorite part of the entire job.
Oh yeah.
And we gave out some really great jackpots over this weekend. Given our rolling week, the past 7 days, we've given out 26 jackpots, meaning we've given out 513 jackpots for the entirety of this season 11.
That is what I like to see. And we're going to jump right in with a couple of those jackpots that we gave out just this past weekend. That first one went out to Todd over at the Thirsty Beaver, who got to take home $639.70.
Yeah, we also had Slappy on that hot Friday playing at American Legion Fridley, taking home $734.50.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Johan over at the bar on Main Wasika, taking home $706.65.
And then the final jackpot on that lovely Friday, we had Mail Lady over at Municipal Liquor Store Twin Valley, taking home $859.80.
Nicely done. And we only gave out one jackpot on Saturday, and that went out to the Weekend over at Titan Sports Saloon, who got to take home $820.50. The biggest, no, not the biggest jackpot jackpot of this weekend.
Oh, yeah. The biggest jackpot of the weekend was the only jackpot on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
And that went out to our big-time player. We see him all the time, Bobo, at American Legion Austin. He was able to take home $3,225.95. Really, really great stuff for Bobo.
Absolutely. That is pretty impressive to see. Hopefully you guys have a great week out there trying to win some jackpots as well. And remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.